Yeah, when we have radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toettcher
When has that been necessary to fact check?
and Hardy
I am not known as Mr. Fun.
on 98.5.
My name is Robert Poole.
My name is Fred Toettcher.
Everyone calls me Hardy.
I do a morning show from 6 to 10 a.m. on 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston.
I am the co-host of Toettcher and Hardy, weekday mornings on 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston.
I figured I wanted to be in radio when I was probably like in 5th grade. I'd seen the Howard Stern WOR show,
Started in radio in high school.
but I just liked the idea of that, the ability to freeform that amount of time, and also that you could be not as surface as like television. You didn't have to follow a script as tightly.
And I grew up loving the radio and listening to, the morning DJs in Detroit. And when I had a chance to, go on the radio there at my high school, first chance I got, I think it was my junior year in high school, I started going on the radio.
And you end up like the guy from REM. You start peeing on the beverage tray.
When I came to Boston, I worked afternoons at WBCN, and Hardy did nights.
Similar backgrounds, similar attitudes, very similar senses of humor and sensibilities about a lot of things.
I always liked his sense of humor and his production skills, and I liked him on the air.
Ukulele concerts? No, that's not a real concert.
You expect more from the drummer.
When you're doing live radio and there's an angle or something comes up or someone calls in or something happens that is legitimately funny or compelling that completely wasn't planned, where else do you get that? I mean, that's really completely unique to radio now.
I mean, if I'm working on a bit, producing a bit that I know works, it's the actual creating of it, and then it's seeing the reaction and hearing the reaction when we play it.
Well, nationally, it's hockey.
Golf. It's the most underrated anything about activity. It's a metaphor for life. It's all about the breaks you get and the breaks you don't get and how you react to it. I like golf.
Bill Belichick, his behavior, his engagement to this girl, his losing control of his life is glorious. It's the most fun I've ever had on a story.
It's probably, I don't know if there's anybody like truly despised right now. I don't think Rafael Devers.
It's my favorite sports story in the history of my life, is Bill Belichick falling apart at the seams and not being able to control his life.
I'll say this, I've said it on the air a lot of times with Fred, and he and I disagree on this. I would not move Jaylen Brown. I wouldn't do it.
I'd trade Brown.
You got Jaylen Brown here right now. I don't know when Tatum is going to play again.
The best Boston-based movie. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Friends of Eddie Coyle, I'll say, to sound cool.
I know, it's supposed to say The Friends of Eddie Coyle, which I've never sat through and I actually watched start to finish. I'll just say The Town, so Joe Mazzulla won't get upset.
Major League Baseball is my favorite sport to watch live. Outdoors, during the day. I don't care who's playing.
Hockey and golf, just because there's so much different in person, to be there and be a part of it.
I like getting, I'm a total dork. I like getting there early. I like seeing how hard they throw, like everything about it I like the most.
I rarely turn down an opportunity to either watch live hockey or, like a live golf tournament.
Unfortunately, not a negative.
Tuesday. Oh, yeah, I do it on Tuesday.